Well, welcome back to the channel, guys. If you're new here, my name is Roger and we are designing and building our own mid-engine supercar. This is the current state of the car, and just for reference, this is what we are trying to build, or something very close to this. So over the last few weeks I've been working on a lot of small items, nothing large, but let's take a look at all of those little things and I'll explain what took so long to get them all finished. Okay, so the first thing I finished in the last video, I had just discovered that I could use this water washer fluid container that we had. Figured out it would fit in this area here behind that cross member. I just had to modify it slightly. I did finish mounting it to the firewall and modified it. I cut this filler neck off. It was over here on this side. You can see it extending out. I had to plug that hole so water didn't leak out of it, and drilled and cut a hole here in the face of it and glued that neck in here for water access. And you can see how that kind of aligns here with these other fluid filling reservoirs, so that'll look nice and clean, I think, once this trim panel is placed on. And then to put water in, of course, you just flip the lid up, and when you're done, the lid snaps back on. I have this little electrical box sitting here because there was one mounted to this area that's going to have to move. It's laying down in that void area. I'm not sure if you can see it. There'll be two eventually. They're this size here. There's the one in here and then this one. I'm probably going to mount those here along this cross member just above it. They'll be under this trim panel also and have a pocket for access, and then a cover on top to keep some of the water out. This is a watertight container, the lid seals, so once those lids are put on this, I'm not worried about the washer fluid water getting into those with two lids. So that's the location those will be going. I've been looking at some of these gas shocks to hold the hood open, mounting locations, and how I'm going to do those. I have a couple of ideas for those. Another thing I did that took a little time was I mounted this hood latch assembly. It's down in mounted to this aluminum cross tube here, and this is the part that mounts to the hood. It's snapped down in there, and I 3D printed a cover to kind of hide the mechanism, trim it out and make it look nice, and that's what that'll look like, I believe. I'm pretty happy with this. I don't think it'll change. Do have to work out the mount on the hood itself to attach this. I also routed the cable around the frame, down the side, and up into the car for the hood release. That mechanism is mounted up under here. This will get cut off. It'll go away. It was for the opener for the Koenigsegg style doors that we started with, but I couldn't work that out, so this mount will need to be removed. But this is up underneath the dash here in a typical area, and when I pull this handle, you can see this release. That's probably going to jump out of the car. It has a pretty strong spring in it. But let's go back and look at this closer. So here's the mechanism itself. You can see how there's an opening there that's a little bit larger than the part going down in it for slight misalignment. And here's the receiving part itself. You can see how there's room there for it to move and work. And basically when you shut the hood, it just snaps down in here like this and closes. I also had to move this hydraulic fluid reservoir for the clutch. It was mounted on top of the master cylinder itself up underneath here, and there was no way to leave it there. So I did a remote reservoir, and I 3D printed the standoff here out of carbon fiber infused nylon. So that's holding this in the right place, and then the tube runs back to the master cylinder itself to fill the fluid in that reservoir. Alright, so also in the last video I was working on mounting the windshield wiper motor and assembly, trying to get it in the right place. I 3D printed two mounts, one for this end of the assembly and one for over here on the end. I think I showed those in last week's video. I was working on placement and getting those correct. I finally had those in the correct position, have the windshield wipers mounted. Alright, so you can see here I turned those on. They are functioning nicely. No issues with those whatsoever. I finally got the motor location correct and the cowling correct. The hardest part was I had to trim out the fenders here on both sides. This one, because this cowling and the wipers came out of a Corvette, the hood hinged in the front and opened in the back and allowed access to this easily. You could reach all of that with no problem. But my hood hinges in the rear, so I didn't have access to this cowling and wipers and clearance for the wipers to operate without hitting this fender. I had to figure out how I needed to trim that to make it work. You can see how I've done that. The only thing I don't have access to is this nut here. It's not easy to remove. It is possible with a wrench, but it's kind of hard. But it is rare that you need to remove those wipers completely anyway. You can change the refill blades out easily and they will fold up here at the hinge to wash the car like it is currently. Like this, you can see how the hinge knuckle clears the body itself, and the other one will also, so you can raise those when you wash the car without it hitting anything, and all of that looks nice. I also have the headlights mounted in the car permanently. I 3D printed the mounts for both ends of the headlight and installed those. The front one is bolted to the radiator mount assembly and supports the front of the light, and then the rear one I 3D printed and mounted to the fender itself. It is two-piece, so you can remove a bolt and take the headlights out to exchange them if you need to. But here you can see the lights are working, and I have one of the turn signals on. Those wound up looking nice. All of the fits and alignments are really clean. I'm happy with those. The only thing I'm wondering now is actual headlight alignment. I know there is a screw on the headlights to adjust either left and right or up and down one. I'm not sure which it is yet. I think it is left and right, which would make the most sense. But tried to copy the angles, both up and down and left and right, out of an overhead picture of a C7 Corvette, just to get the angles correct on these lights. So they should be pretty close, and we'll see once I start doing some headlight alignment how they actually work. But I'm not too worried about that. I believe it'll work out nicely. Also, in last week's video, I was talking about I needed to replace the top of this water catch pan where the cowling attaches to it. You can see now how it's arched up and raised, and it hits my hood. It's not the correct shape. Now luckily it's very flexible and I can push it down to where I need it to be, but I had to trim a section off of this water catch pan here, and I need to replace that. I have made that part. It's laying here. I made it yesterday. It just came out of the mold. I'm going to let it dry one more day before I start trying to trim it and fit it. But once we get that glued in place here on this pan, then I can actually trim it to fit the edge of the cowling and bolt this cowling down to the correct height to fit up against the hood. And then once that rubber seal is put on there, it should touch the hood all the way across and seal off nicely to keep the water out of this area here. Something else I've been working on are these two molds here. These are for the fender wells or inner fender liners, whichever one you call them. I've heard them called both. This is for the passenger side and this is for the driver's side. This one is all glued together and ready to start brushing some epoxy and Q-cells on and finishing. And this one has one more piece to go for the right thickness or height, and it is on the CNC cutting now. So it'll take some time to get these molds ready to use, but being that these parts will be fiberglass and hidden up underneath the fender wells, I am not too worried about them being perfectly smooth. They don't have to be. So need to get these finished up and try to figure out what fiberglass weight, cloth, and how much I need to order to make these two parts. And the other part, which we saw last week, which is this part, which is the trunk insert for the luggage area. And that trunk insert will insert here. It'll be carpeted and it'll trim out all the way around this area here and hide all the mechanical stuff here, so it'll clean it up and make it look nice. Now there are two more trim panels. There's one that'll mount here for this rubber water seal. It'll continue up until it touches the rubber back here, and it'll be a solid piece all the way around, sealing water out of this area. And then there's a piece in the back that'll attach to the luggage bin here and go up and trim out and clean up all of this here, make it look nice. So once this is finished, it'll be solid carbon fiber back there and up here. Now the SolidWorks files for both of these pieces are finished. I just need to start cutting the molds and getting those ready to use so we can make those two pieces. And then this area here should start looking finished. It should be all trimmed in. We can mount our gas shocks and everything will be looking clean. One big thing I need to start working on once I get this trim piece here and the cowling in the correct place is hinges for the hood. I've been studying this. I have 2 or 3 different ideas that I was looking at for making hinges. I think I've decided on which one I'm going to go with. I'll wind up having to cut into this cowling just a small slit for the hinge itself to stick up through, and it'll go down and bolt to the firewall and bolt to the rain catch pan here on both sides. And you can see one side's different from the other, so the location where that hinge comes up through the cowling will be slightly different on the two halves, but should still look similar. Now once we get these hinges designed and installed, I'll need to trim the hood itself to match the trim here on the fenders. I made a template, so that'll continue around and go under this wiper and blend into that nicely and align. And once that is finished, I need to make the piece that goes underneath the hood to strengthen it. It'll glue to it. It'll have ribbing on it down the sides and like an X pattern in the center for rigidity. And that's the piece that the hood latch and the gas shocks and the hinges and everything will mount to. Okay, one more thing I'm working on is the turn signal lights. I need to insert these on the front of the car, and was trying to come up with a clean way to mount these and make the holes and so they fit correctly. And what I came up with, and I'm still experimenting with, but I'm getting close, is I 3D printed 2 pieces. I am attaching this piece in the correct location with Colecos using these small holes, and I'm using a flush cut router bit to cut around the perimeter shape of this so the hole size is correct. You can see this when I was experimenting here with one. And then once that hole is trimmed out, this other piece glues on in the back and it locates with the same exact hole pattern. I can Coleco it into place so it locates perfectly in that hole opening or centers it, and glue it on the back side of this. This is ABS, so it'll be a strong part and it'll actually be permanent part of the body. And then the light itself snaps into this piece. You can see the receiving holes for it, for the snaps, and then the light just snaps in place. Now this is looking pretty good. There's a little bit of clearance around this which I'll need for paint and primer. It's touching here. This needs just a little bit more sanding, and this radius is off quite a bit. I need to adjust that. But other than that, this is looking pretty clean. I think once this is sanded and perfectly to blend in and then primed and painted, this will look clean. It's the correct shape, it's the correct depth or height. The light is pretty flush everywhere, and I think that is as clean as any factory car's light is. I'll take a look at a few of them just to be sure, but it's getting close. I'm pretty happy with this. I think I can definitely make this work. And using a template like this and this piece to snap the light in will be much easier than trying to draw something on here and trim to the lines that I draw. So I am a big proponent of using templates and guides whenever possible, and this was an easy way to do it, and I think it's going to work. And considering I have 4 of these to do, having one template and make all 4 hole sizes so they all look identical will be a plus also. Alright, I believe that brings you guys up to speed on everything I've been working on. There's several more weeks left here to complete the front of this car, but we are knocking out one thing at a time, and we're getting closer. Be glad once the front half of this car is finished and we can move on to the rear. But stay tuned. Over the next several weeks we should knock this out and have it complete. Everything is looking good. I'm happy with the progress we're making, and we'll eventually finish this car someday. So thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you guys again in a few weeks.